What's good everyone, this is Alex from DopeBoyzMuzic, back with another sample breakdown. Today we are going to talk about a sample called Samurai from our Tenchu Sample Pack. I realized I haven't done any breakdowns on the Tenchu stuff so far, so here's the first one. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. So what makes this sample interesting? First of all, we have the main instrument. It's called Yangqin or Yangqin. I hope I don't butcher any names too much in the process, but I guess this is what this instrument is called. And it's playing this little motif right here. So what is going on there musically? Let me open up my keyboard real quick. So first of all, we have this half step thing. And then we have some sort of arpeggio. And because of the way this instrument is played, I guess the notes are all sustained. So it's all like one big cluster of a chord, so to say. And what is this chord? So first of all, it's in the F-sharp Phrygian scale, I guess. And we skip the A, we also skip the D, and basically it's all notes of the scale besides those two. You could say this is a 7 B9 sus4, which would sound like this. And you know, it kind of wants to go there. But because of the way the sample is arranged, it never does that. So you're constantly in this, where is this going? And you know, it sounds very exotic. So I guess this creates a very interesting vibe for the entire rest of the sample. So this instrument basically loops throughout the entire thing. And in the intro, we have this banzuri fill, perfectly setting the mood there. And then we go into some sort of verse, I guess, after 8 bars. You know, all of a sudden the rhythmical structure of the piece becomes much more clear. We have bass and some sort of keyboard joining the party. This is actually an E-piano, I forgot. So the first chord we have in the Rhodes is a F-sharp minor. Then it goes to G major 7. And the bass basically follows the keys. But when we get here, it does this. So it effectively makes the second chord a E minor 9. But you know, it still sounds very mystical, very dark. And then we have another bass fill. More banzuri fills. And then we have this percussion sound. And if you guys know the name of this sound, please let me know. I know it's some sort of Japanese instrument, but I forgot what it's called. And you know, it's that percussion sound that has that dunk dunk on top of it that sounds as if you could change the pitch of it. I don't know. A very interesting, also foreign sound. Here actually the main instrument does change. It plays less notes. Kind of like a pre-chorus, so to say. And we have the banzuri playing more of a supportive role and less of a, you know, watch me, I'm doing all of these fills role. So you wouldn't say anybody's soloing here. And this is me trying to, you know, imitate a Japanese samurai shout, I guess. You know, if you played any like ninja games or samurai games or whatever, like Tenchu, what this pack is called after, you probably heard this before. You know, it's people doing these yo sounds. And I know that there's some meaning behind it. And I've seen like traditional ceremonies and there they do that stuff as well. Unfortunately, I'm completely uncultural when it comes to, you know, the East. I just like the music, so If you know what this means, you know, fill me in, let me know. I just know that this has been done in certain, you know, Eastern music, so I try to replicate it. This is me doing it, by the way. So this is all we have for the pre-chorus. And then we enter some sort of chorus. So here we have the main instrument playing its regular pattern again. But this time the banzuri actually plays the same thing, plays with it. Sounds kind of cool, creates a new texture, right? If you watched the last video, you heard me talk about texture a bit. So this is a perfect example. We have the main instrument playing the melody and it sounds a certain way, but when the flute joins and plays the same thing, it changes the texture of the sound, the quality, maybe even the emotion that's associated with it. And I don't know if you could hear it already, but there's also this choir type of sound. So we have this, it's from the Emulator 2, it's from Analog Lab 5. It's basically a sound that when you play a note, it adds a fifth sung by a choir. But it's actually more of a bass sound. But there's a choir on top. What I did, I just played on the downbeat. This. So you have a bit more support in the bass as well, I guess, and you have this interesting like choir pad in the background. You know, just fills things up a little bit. And after 8 bars, we have a lead sound joining the main melody. And also the percussion comes back. And I remember when I found this sound, it's from the OBX. Let me bring it up real quick. It's from this guy and it's called A Little Special. This sound is indeed a little special to me because when I heard it, it reminded me of the main lead sound from the Mortal Kombat theme. I don't know if you remember the very, very first Mortal Kombat that if you play it now is kind of shitty but kind of fun at the same time. There's this lead melody. And you know, when I heard that sound, it brought up those memories, so I definitely wanted to get it in there. Later on, the filter also opens up, so you hear it a little bit better. So that's it for today's breakdown. If you're interested in sampling Eastern Asian music, make sure to check this pack out. There's a lot of variety going on, you know, from more traditional stuff to more modern sounding stuff to stuff that's influenced by anime or video games. I'm sure there's something in there for everybody. So once again, make sure to check this pack out and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.